mentioned a word I like, which is perspective, and somehow your work is a point of view, is like the point of view of a camera, let's say, or a projector, taking the light from the sky and bringing it down to this area. Today is raining, and maybe you haven't seen it before with the rain. What do you like of this work?
The words get activated by the sunlight usually, but here, it's like the whole day becomes one image, and otherwise with the sun, it's a distribution that's going on, and so the sun clock is distributing the sentences over the day, and here we have the whole day in one frame.
The work size specific for contemporary art is like a tradition at this point. The artists have been dealing with the space for quite a few generations already. This work was born in this space, which is like in the Chianti, with a certain landscape and with a kind of specific tradition.
Yeah, like in all of my works, I see the landscape like they offer a lot of ingredients, and all the time is a part of this ingredient, but also the memory that this place stores. And here the light is quite incredible, so I wanted to kind of create a living storage of the light and landscape and the time, and I was thinking to have this kind of storage being activated by a clock that throws all these ingredients into this space. I was making a fragmented narration of these ingredients that gather together here with perspective and time and narration and memory, and I fragmented it over a whole day. So during a day you start to read, so you never read the whole thing at once, so you have to read it over a whole day. And that also comes back to my thinking of editing. I always want to edit a film in a very non-linear way, and also my sculptures are dealing with all this possible fragmentations.
How is your concept of time? I mean, how you deal with time in your work?
Yeah, I try to approach time by looking into it like layers that are stacked on top of each other. So it's more like a geological time than a spatial time. So, for example, with other light sculptural work I've done, where I just illuminate a piece in the landscape with white light. It creates a volume, and this volume captures lots of times, like for example in France, the lake in Bassivière that has a submerged city from the 50s. So all this comes up again, all these layers, by just illuminating this frame.
So memory of the territory too.
Yes, exactly.
There's another key word, which is cinema. I mean, your work is pretty much connected with the motion picture.
I was thinking here also like of the early approach from cinema, so like thinking of a camera obscura, and how like this idea of bringing reality into another material and here into the space. So the sun clock is a kind of cinematic device as well, but also thinking of this traveler sun clocks, the first like clocks that you could carry with you around, and at the same time you create with this piece an imprint by bringing the light into a focus point. That's also what was the idea of the first camera, to collect all the light and focus it onto one specific point.
So would you define your concept of light, and then I would say it's my last question, the light for in your work, the role of light in your work?
Yeah, I see light more as an illumination, like and illuminating a specific imprint, a specific sign. So this is what I try to capture with my movies, and also with the more abstract sculpture, like the white frame, the light is helping to describe, to formulate an idea, and which brings a lot of time levels together into this one statement.